Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. The Ukrainians now say that their security services, their intelligence services, tapped into a phone conversation or something like that between a Russian military, unnamed, talking to another one, confirming that it was a Russian sabotage group responsible for blowing up the dam. Now, if you hear this happening, you would like to know, okay, who exactly was that person? Was that phone conversation accurate, legit, or it was, created by an artificial intelligence and whatever program they have nowadays? And I will tell you this. I watched some videos made on YouTube with me saying things I didn't say them, made by a friend. All right, you can find them over there, and they're fantastic videos. And I'm over there speaking even, I think, Russian or Ukrainian, my voice at least. But nevertheless, I cannot believe the story just like this. Ukrainska Pravda tells us that their intelligence services recorded a conversation between two Russians. I don't know who those guys are Gigi and Mike, talking about something. And I will give you the analogy, and let's read the article and see what evidence they have. So here it is from Ukrainska Pravda. So this is the headline. Occupiers admit hydroelectric power plant blown up by Russian sabotage group. So this is from June 9th, 2023. Let's find what evidence they provide here. The Security Service of Ukraine has intercepted a conversation between the occupiers. Okay, who are they? Gigi and Mike. In which they say that the Kakhovka hydroelectric power plant was blown up by a Russian sabotage group. Quote from the Security Service, and I'm quoting, "The invaders wanted to blackmail Ukraine by blowing up the dam and caused a man-made disaster in our country's south." End quote. I don't trust anything what these guys say. Like I don't trust what any security services or intelligence services say. All right, because they have a little department over there called counter-information, and which spreads certain kind of things. And not only counter-information, it's called actually different, but you know what I mean. Details. It's not them. This is the phone conversation. Gigi, I'm telling you, it's not them who have struck. Our sabotage group is there. They wanted to scare them with this dam. It didn't go according to plan. It was more than they planned, says Russian military. Who's this guy? Who's this guy? I mean, you must know, or you just tapped into two people having opinions and talking about rumors. Could it be a rumor, or there are people who really know? Is this Shoigu and Gerasimov talking about it? Or is Gigi and Mike talking about it? The occupier goes on to describe, so a military guy, to describe the consequences of this disaster, which Russia is trying to hide, rising ba 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 boo boo wee bee ba. Okay, so this is the evidence provided by a department, or how you want to call it, security services, telling us that we should believe them because they tapped into conversation between two guys that are in the military of Russia. Do you think they know that? Do you think that any freaking, sergeant knows what was planned by our sabotage group? Do you think that they took, hey, you know what, all Russian military, listen to me, this is Shoigu, we're going to blow up that dam, okay, but don't tell nobody, okay? And everybody's like, shit, yes, shh. That's the way you think it was planned? How could a little guy communicating over there, or even a big guy, put it a colonel, put the general, know about such a top secret activity? I guarantee you that if that occurred, really, as these guys claim, there were a handful of people who knew about it, and that's it. The rest is rumor. And this guy is like, let's say, is me talking with a U.S. military, active duty, let's put it sergeant, or let's say a major. And I'm having a conversation with that person over the phone, and this, let's say, FBI intercepts that. And this guy is located in a, I don't know, hotspot where certain things occur. Let's say we'll call it Kosovo, or Serbia to be more accurate. And let's say he's deployed there, or he tells me, hey, Emil, I think that all this thing over there was organized by the CIA and all that. And the FBI intercepts that, or the Russians intercept that. Let's put the Russians intercept my conversation with, I don't know, Tom. And they say, see, the CIA organized everything that's over there, unrest in Yugoslavia, in Serbia right now. Now, is that credible? Because you think that guy over there, major or whatever he is, he knows what CIA did? Or and I said major, but I could have said, sergeant or caporal, or what do I mean, soldier? Because these guys do not give you the names. Russian occupier, Russian military. Who is that? How do they know? How can they possibly know? Do you think that they were informed, received the memo, all, hey, everybody, stay down, we're going to blow this one? They don't know. They don't know. Why? Because that's a big thing. That blowing up a dam is not something that you want to, it was doing with us is us. The same with Ukrainians, the same with the Russians. Whomever blew that up, it's a handful of people, of criminals who did it. Now, you can't call them differently. Okay? If that was purposely done, those definitely are criminals. And sometimes, some people commit crimes, unintentionally, but it's still a crime. So here we have this one, coming from an intelligence services of a country that's at a war with the other country, and they try to blame each other. Do you think, let's put this scenario, let's say this Ukrainian security services would have intercepted the conversation between two Ukrainian military, we don't know what ranks they have or whatever, talking about, hey, we blew that so we can blame the Russians. Do you think that the security service of Ukraine would have come out with that statement and tell Ukrainska Pravda, and Ukrainska Pravda would have published it? Do you really think that? I mean, I don't think you would think that, because if you would think that, I don't think you knew how to use the electronics to get on this program right now. You would not be able to figure out, what is this? Oh, it's this guy. Who the hell is this guy? All right. I don't think so. So think about it. And the same the other way around. I'm not pointing only at Ukrainians. The same thing with the Russians. This is going to be pointing fingers from now on. These guys, look how quickly the Western mass media picked the little lure thrown up in the air by the Ukrainians. Without evidence. There's no evidence. The only evidence that there is that a dam exploded. Now, the cause of the explosion, I don't know it. They know it, which is the Ukrainian and Russians. Whomever did it is the only side who knows how they did it. Unless is the, let's say Ukrainians did it, they know how they did it. And the Russians know how that was done. Now, if the Russians did it, the Ukrainians don't know how the Russians did it. Most likely. But they know they didn't do it. And they say whatever they want. They're not going to say, yes, man, we did it. No. I mean, do you think they're Americans or something? No, they don't. I'm just kidding. Like, the Nord Stream 1 and Nord Stream 2. They knew who blew up this dam 5 minutes after it was blown up. But Nord Stream 1, Nord Stream 2, with all those guys, intelligence guys from Denmark, Sweden, Germany, and everybody else investigating that. October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May. We're in June, so 7-8 months, and they don't know who blew that. Oh my God. And all that is monitored, and you know what I mean? But these guys, immediately they knew. The same as the Ukrainians also knew that S-300 missile that fell on Polish territory was a Russian missile launched by the Russians trying to hit a NATO country. Therefore, the NATO country should ask for Article 5 implementation, that is attacking Russia. Oh no, it was not the Russians. It was the Ukrainians. Accident. My bad. Nice try. We're gonna try again. Or the same as that missile, the Russian missile, crossed 15 kilometers on the Romanian territory, the NATO member Romanian territory, going towards Lviv from the Black Sea. And the Ukrainians immediately, hey guys, it crossed in your territory, Article 5. And the Romanians came and said, no, it was 15 kilometers outside of our territory. Again, nice try, let's try again. With these two attempts, tells me something. And now you come with this one, and you tell me, oh no, I should believe the other guys. Not that the other guys are saints, no. But I have these two examples that for me it's clear someone wants to drag something. And it's both ways. The problem is with the Russians. The Russians can come and provide all the evidence, the video, everything you want, everything. And the West will not take it. They will be like looking through it. They're not going to say, yes, that's the evidence. Hey, Ukraine, what's going on over here? Why? Because look how the Western media takes certain actions coming from Ukraine and they change the terms. The Ukrainians, they attacked with drones Moscow and they hit civilian infrastructure, which is apartment buildings. What was the term they used, the Western mass media, when the Russians did that to the Ukrainians in Kiev? Terrorism, war criminals. And here they didn't use that term, they used attacked. They were attacked, attack on Moscow, attack. No further than attack, no terrorist, no nothing. And look at the definition of terrorism and find out if that qualifies, okay? Apartment buildings, civilians. Attempted to be killed, that's terror. You create terror to change a regime. Definition right there. Now, anyway, the same here. The West now will pick up this story. Whatever, this is really like a story. You know how you tell your child a story before the child goes to bed? That kind of story. So this is a story that the West will take it as a reality, a fact. And you have the public, which is dumb, and is going to say, yeah man, they did it. You see, the Russians themselves say they did it. And you're going to discuss maybe this at the office with a co-worker, or more than them, because there are going to be a lot of them against you and maybe a few of you guys. And you're going to say, how in the hell should I discuss with these people? How should I start? I will ask the first question. Hey guys, do you think Humpty Dumpty is real? Do you think Snow White is still around? Do you think Elvis did not die? Do you think Bruce Lee did not die? These were the basic questions that I would ask, or I would go into other things with, do you think there's a man? Do you think there's a woman? Do you think that's a kid? Do you think that's a, I would go with these kind of things. I would make sure to see how far you can speak logically with these people, but you can't for most part. Only in certain kind of situations, because they know how to drive a car and turn on a TV. So, well, my friends, I don't believe what these guys are saying, just so you know. Thank you. Not that it is impossible. I have problems believing because it comes from these guys, among others. You have to verify the source and the credibility of the source and how strong the information is, what the correlation is between the information provided and all that. And first I have a war. And then I have this side claiming the other side did something. I have the Ukrainska Pravda. I have the Security Service of Ukraine and a conversation between some unnamed Russian something, artificial intelligence. I don't know who they were. Gigi and Mike. I have, So there's a lot that needs to be solved. But you will see the Western mass media will just jump on it and will say, yes, it was the Russians because they say so. All right, thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.